I really appreciate direct, like you don't know. It really, I mean, that's what I like. I work well in that. But I wanted to clear up some things you said, Mr. Trampy. By listening to you, I'm assuming that you don't think this is a needs-based budget, and you certainly have that right. And I believe you have every right to feel how you want to about it. But I could do the same thing and ask you, well, where would you want us to cut? Would you want us to take teacher salaries away or not give them the steps, or not support education or instructional tools that are needed? And we could go on and on. And when you comment that we kind of throw it over to you for the taxation authority, that's because that's what you do. It's not that we don't care. Of course we want the safety and Sheriff Harris to have everything he needs, and this community to have a very even playing field. But we don't say that out of that we don't care. We say that because we're protective of our children in this county and the schools, and that's what we do. And when we're elected to do our due diligence in the school division. We can't tell you how to fund a budget. In fact, you hold our purse strings so tight that you are categorically funding us. I could almost argue there's a little savings we could have there if we weren't categorically funded.
I have expressed an interest, it was 4 years ago, but I did express an interest or an offer to look at the school's budget and make suggestions, but I was reminded that you all are elected officials as well, and I shouldn't meddle in what you're doing. But if you would like me to look at your budget and make suggestions, I would be happy to.
I invite all of you, and you have all been invited, to tour our schools with us. Make an appointment now that the tours are not, they were in the fall, but go to one of your schools in your district or not. We represent all of Spotsylvania County, just not our district. But I invite you, and I'm sure any teacher would welcome you. Go into our special education classes. Go see our students with significant disabilities. Go visit our classes and see what these wonderful teachers are doing with these students. You would be amazed at some of the technology that is being used with some of our students. Students who are nonverbal are using computers to talk. Students who can't walk are getting out of their wheelchairs. Students who have never spoken are beginning to say something. We have some significant growth happening with our students with disabilities. It takes money.
And I have a request. You're soon going to make a decision about advertising the tax rate. And that rate that you're going to advertise is the maximum rate that you will be able to vote on when the day comes after the public hearing. And I think that people hearing some of the folks here tonight, people are going to be reading in the newspapers, and everybody thinks about kids. I am one of those people who's more than willing to pay 10 or 11 or 12 or 13 cents more in the tax rate, because it's going to the most important single asset that we have, and that is our children and the quality of education that they're getting or not. My request is that I'd like to ask you to pass a advertised tax rate that will accommodate our entire budget that we're proposing. You're not locked into that, as you know, in any manner, shape, or form. But I think if you do that, you're being transparent. You're giving people in the community who might like to make a comment that you're saying, at least we'll listen to you. And if you do that, I think we'll see that that public hearing on April 5th is going to be well attended.
I declare that everybody that's can hear this meeting, everybody that's in this room, all of us leaders, we should collectively find 10 other counties and head to the state capitol and declare a war on malfunding, insufficient funding of our schools within this state. I think that's where a lot of the answer lies. You can't tax your citizens as a local leadership entity into oblivion. That's obviously not going to happen. It's not right, and it just can't happen.